Hey everybody, we have a really fun interview today and well, not a surprise, but if you walk in the store, you'll see a surprise. This is Tiffany Meehan from our friends at Wild Republic, and she is the architect of our new in-store exhibit, the Rainforest. And it's so important as the lungs of the earth that we want to educate our customer and children particularly about how to take care of our planet. And this is a big deal. So Tiffany, thank you for being here. Just installed, but let's talk about you. You are the Global Director of Customer Experience for the company Wild Republic. What does that really mean?
So my title came from the fact that I do a lot of things for the company, and we're like, what do we call you? And ultimately, everything that I touch affects the customer in some way. So that's why we came up with the Department of Customer Experience. I do work our trade shows. I'm part of creating the experience that everybody walks into to hopefully translate over to the retails. And so when you see those items when you come to a trade show, then hopefully you want to translate that into your store in some way. Hence, like our Rainforest exhibit.
Yeah. And how many years have you been doing this? Because Wild Republic, I have to say, whether I go to New York Toy Fair or an Astra Toy Show in St. Louis, your booths stand out, your colors, they're vibrant. It's just a fun environment. How long have you been doing this?
So I came into Wild Republic 5 years ago and started in the sales position, and very quickly found my enjoyment at trade shows and creating things, and right away went into the customer experience role.
Perfect. Now, about 9 months ago, the toy man, me, had some chicken scratchings with a vision of how can we turn our store, which we've been here 28 years, but keep it relevant to the kids of today. And one idea was I really fell in love with your mission and your founder and the CEO, Vishnu, currently, of trying to educate children with nature, but also to leave the planet at a better place, okay? And so this chicken scratching turned over to you eventually and said, what to you, and what was your process to come up with a design, and have you done this in a retail toy store?
So when you came to us with your chicken scratch, it was a great start to a partnership that we've been saying we want to do these things on the retail level in specialty stores. We're very good at doing it in the gift world at zoos, museums, and aquariums over in Europe. So I collaborated with our partners at Wild Republic Retail in Europe, and we went to their shop fitters, and they drew out a design based on your chicken scratch, which ultimately turned into what you see here. So it was the brainchild of you, the toy man, that came with us in a partnership to something that we've already been thinking about wanting to do. We have a rainforest room at headquarters that you'll have to come see sometime. But it was, how do we translate that to the retail level?
Yeah.
And so with your chicken scratch idea, it made it actually come to life finally of how can we educate children through recreation? So the experience that we want to give them. So it was bringing the tree in with the display that has a nature look to it versus varnishes.
Yes.
The idea is that it's supposed to have a very natural look with educational pieces around it in the video and in signage on it. And then all the animals that are living in the tree are all from a rainforest. Most of them are Amazon rainforest, but we also have Borneo, Sumatran, Costa Rica. And the idea is that as kids come here, we saw it yesterday where they were pointing in the tree and they're like, Mom, look at the monkey. And a child said, what is that bird? And the mom was able to say, that's a toucan. So we already saw it in action where the kids are actually getting educated on different animals from the rainforest.
And I want to say we had a couple goals. One is we have to keep it interactive, so like signage, the way we can move it around based on seasonality, or if you want to talk more about the ocean, for example, we can continually update this because the world doesn't change. We have a lot to do. And I think as groups come in, or we can sit down with them to educate them, a little bit of a video, some signage, but more engagement with them, it's really gonna help. Now, they were kind enough to give me the grandfather of Wild Republic, GB Pillai. He probably knows more about sustainability, green toys in the rainforest than almost anybody. Would you agree?
I would agree, yes.
Since what, the late 70s, maybe even before?
Yeah, he has a whole bookcase of all the educational and he reads them daily.
Yeah. So our goal is to take this information, distill it down, and help kids have a fun experience, but really learn why the rainforest is the lungs of the earth. And that's so important. And I've been educated the last year as well. So the end result, Tiffany,
Yes.
how do you feel? And as you go around trade shows, other retailers, how do you and Wild Republic feel once you've executed, got your display in? How does that make you feel?
So on a whole, I'm very excited and fulfilled with it. I've been charged by our founder, our CEO, our VP with making sure that we translate the sustainability message on a retail level to specialty stores. So it's easy to do it in very large areas when they have lots of space, but when you have a smaller footprint, how do you do it? And from your brain, it came to this, that we were able to do a display that does help educate through recreation, which is our founder's biggest tagline, education through recreation. And we want to connect animals with people, and that's part of our mission. So by doing this, it's going to educate the children, and hopefully they want to be more connected with nature and take that into a world of sustainability where, as you know, with a lot of our product, it's all about either being recycled, biodegradable, made from nature itself.
Yeah.
So that's our biggest goal with what we want to make sure that we translate by doing this in the retail level.
Folks, I have tried for years to sell green toys, all of those things. Every survey says, yes, we want to support that. But the fact is, my generation and the generations next to, the boomers and all that, we haven't moved the needle enough. So I think more than just selling a toy or a spider or a monkey, it's bigger than that now, to try to get our younger generation to really understand what recycling, what sustainability, biodegradable, now that pricing has symbiotically come together with mass market type plastics and all that. So excuses are done. Education is the way forward, in my opinion. We thank Wild Republic for this great relationship.
Yes,
you particularly, Tiffany. We invite you all to follow us on Facebook or TikTok, because we will be having events and asking groups and stuff to please come in, because we want to have that engagement. So, till next time, Toyman and Tiffany saying, the lungs of the earth are here.